Hey guys, what's going on? I believe we are up and running. Give me 1 second. How's everybody doing? Had some time this evening. Wanted to hop on and do another sort of review and watch list. Not the greatest day on my end. Let me pop this stuff open. I don't need my level 2 in there, but it'll work for this. So I'll start off with the swing trades I had noted on the watch list from yesterday. I had Jobby that I got stopped out on that one under prior bar lows. I had LEU stopping out under prior bar lows. I had LAES stopping out under prior bar lows. So those are three main swing trades that unfortunately just got stopped out 1R, 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 and those tend to add up. So unfortunately was off to a rough start, basically right off the open. And then Femi came around. This one was not on the watch list because they only put a press release out in pre-market. So I felt like I've been watching this daily chart. It's been on watch list and scan in the past. Some of the ones I've posted in IU and some of the ones I've done on YouTube. And I was looking for this lower high trend line break. If you look at like an intradaily, maybe a 60-minute or something, where it cleared out through it, had some decent volume, and then you have these like 70, 80-ish key level here looking left. But all in all, the bigger picture, higher lows continues to hold. So once we had some volume start to come in here in the morning, it was fairly straight up, nothing I want to chase. But by the time market open comes around, right here, I get a pullback, double top, low a day break, and then it starts to curl. So now this is the first sign of higher lows and starting to break those opening range highs. We get that lower high trend line break right here, lower high, lower high, lower high, and then finally breaks. So I feel like risk reward is optimal there versus a low a day risk. I add, get a little bit bigger, about up to 2R, using the same low a day as a guide, and then some reason I don't know, a massive washout candle stops out, barely breaks low a day, triggers my stop. I basically get stopped dead bottom, and it holds up. It doesn't continue to roll over. So I put on super small, but nothing to really write home about. And then it stopped me out there right before the close under the low a day. But I put it on and got off desk. It wasn't anything sizable like this where I had to have a tight stop. So between those swings, then this one was the main one that I had stopped out on. So was not a great morning or first couple trades. ASST I took off. It had some offering news here in pre-market, bounced, but it's not going anywhere fast. So I felt like with the way the current market was and everything coming back and stopping me, I should just take the 2R win and move on there. And then CMBM, I bought briefly out the open with no real entry trigger, just bought it. It pulled back, broke opening range highs. I used low a day stop and just let it sit there, whether it wanted to work or not. But as I typically say with these backside bounces, the same thing with the front side overextension is I'm looking for lower the better. So when I get stopped out, the trade opportunity just gets better the lower it goes. Now, unfortunately, it closed right at lows at $2 and ran to 3. So now it's gapping up about 20%. So that kind of skews the risk reward a little bit. Now, I might still give it a shot given that we're still in this day one range for that bounce back into the 4s and 5s. Looking at the daily, it hasn't gone green. So now that we are gapping up, it will be the first day that it's going green. So I will give that one more attempt tomorrow and see how it goes. NUAI was the only other trade from today. I had alerted this one live in Investors Underground. Bigger picture, we had these higher lows throughout the last few weeks, months. 620 was that trigger. It was a bit quick. When I was stopping out and trading those other names, I didn't see it. Right as it broke through those 620s, I saw it up here in the 630s, 640s, and that just felt like a chase. So I waited for some sort of pullback. I bought, was sized versus low a day, so I was risking about $1. Then I was about $1 in the money, so I took some off, about half, into that 1-to-1. Started reaccumulating some dips versus VWAP, and moved risk over under 620. I had a stop here at like 590 throughout the day. It didn't come back. It held 620s into the afternoon. If this starts to lose that 620 multi-day key, I will likely just move on with that idea. But ideally, just gaps up, opening range breaks, and starts to push. But under 620s, I likely just move on there. And then Grail, the only other one I really have on watch. It's holding up fairly well, while the rest of these names, these swing ideas, are starting to fail. But if you look at something like this, we've still got these higher lows in trend. If this can get over this 94, 95-ish area, these mid-90s, I think it shoots up pretty quick. Something like this maybe, where you get like a 20, 30-point move right away once it breaks through those looking left levels. But it's tightening, so it's either going to start to break below 80s, 87, 88, and lose trend, or it's going to start to break over 93, 95 and start to build. So not a ton of people in the chat, so I don't need to beat a dead horse. Not a ton to really go over, just stuff was hitting stops, and I was respecting plans, not letting the losses balloon and try to fight anything. So NUAI, see if those 620s continues to build and maybe goes on a day 2. CMBM, we'll look for that one as a first green day, possible bounce, liquidity trap, and then Grail through the 90s break for a bigger picture breakout. So those are my plans going into tomorrow. A little bit of a trade review, but I will keep it short and sweet. And I will see the rest of you in Investors Underground tomorrow. Peace.